Gray is my #1 fan. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Safo-Orah. I use he, they pronouns. I'm accompanied by Gray, and I'm going to be having a studio session. As you can see, this is what I'm currently working on. I've been working on this piece for about a month now, and I started last month, probably like earlier last month, and I thought it was gonna be a piece that I've been conceptualizing, but I realized that I wasn't ready for that piece yet, and that I needed more time to not focus on being literal. And so I just kind of like spread out my canvas and went ham, and this is where I landed. I don't have any footage of me getting to this point other than previous pictures that I might have taken. But yeah, I just wanted to chat a little bit while I entered my creative space. And my creative space is, I guess, a mental place. I feel like the camera is a bit awkward, so I'm gonna see if I can fix that for you. I feel like this is a good angle. I feel like I should have shown what my workspace looks like, but okay, I guess I'll show you. This is what my station currently looks like. A better view of where I'm at. Yeah, my brushes, my palettes, my bin of paint. These are my frames. This is basically my corner, so I'm just gonna show that and leave that everything else alone, because there's nothing else to really show that's mine. I don't know where I'm gonna start, because I'm gonna be honest, I just be doing shit. I just be doing shit, and that's what leads me to truth. I've been working with a bit of acrylic and oil paint. I never really get to play with oil as much. I'm lying. I do play with oil a lot. But these are a bit different. These are handmade paints. They're pigments. They look like this. And I would just like put them on the canvas and hand paint basically. And I got these for free. They're just somewhere, and I picked them up. Not at a store, but somewhere at the dorm. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been, some days I feel really strong and I feel inspired, or not even like inspired as in like, oh my God, like, it's just some days it's just easier to conceptualize a thought and like quickly act on it or whatever. But other times I'm just sad. And I've been kind of upset with my sadness. I haven't really been upset with my sadness in so long. And I guess saying that like I'm upset with my sadness is kind of crazy, but I haven't really been upset with my sadness either, if I'm being honest. I have a goofy shirt on. For some reason I really wanted to wear this shirt. Maybe it's my comfort shirt. It's also really freaking out with this light on. And I know this is a bit different, but this is more my speed. I'm realizing that I've been a bit sad, and I've been sexy and sad, I would say to myself. And I don't know, maybe it's my trip. I was writing about it earlier today, because I wanted to get my thought out, because I felt it was true, to be honest. And I was having realizations of other things, and it reminded me that I hadn't felt how I felt, which felt so real and so long. Like it felt like a real feeling. It didn't feel like a thought or like this idea of something, or I felt like something that I actually owned for myself. And I just kind of dwelled in my room for the majority of last week, and I kind of came out a bit yesterday, and me and Heaven watched Smile 2 together, and we started watching BMP. We watched like 2 episodes, but I don't know if I will really make it through the show. But it was kind of nice, but I felt kind of a bit performative in a way, just to be like, I'm okay, and not to be like I'm not okay in any other way, but yeah, I don't know. I also think I haven't really been speaking to anyone. I had like really long conversations on Wednesday, I think last week. It might be Wednesday, I'm not sure anymore. But after that, that's when I kind of entered this state. I think it was also because I saw that my YouTube video had a lot of views, and it was kind of weird because it was just like, I mean, I'm used to like however many views I get, and then I realized that some of the comments were being racist, and so I had to delete them because I was just like, why? Why would I even let that affect me? And then why would I even, I don't know. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave it there, so I just removed it. And maybe I felt like I was allowed to, so I just did anyways. It's so funny because I started with like art content, and then I kind of like forgot about that, but I've been thinking about that lately, that's kind of where I started. And maybe you want to be closer, I'm not sure. But let me see. I think you can still see pretty well what I'm doing, but I don't know. Maybe I just wanted to show you that I was doing something. And sometimes this is all I do, like, for a moment. But this piece started with words, a lot of words. They're kind of still here, but you can't see them anymore. And I realized that I do enjoy writing, which is probably why I was writing earlier today, but it's kind of hard a bit to write in a way when it comes to thinking about like a book or something. But when you're actually just writing to express a thought, it might come a bit easier, but I'm not really sure. But let me see. I think being an artist can sometimes be a bit hard when you are stuck in comparison. I think it's even easier when you're sad. It's even easier to be an artist when you're sad. But when you're stuck in this realm of comparison and looking at others, I'm not even saying that that's where I'm at right now, but I'm just saying in general, that can be much more strenuous than being in a real emotion, whether it's anger, joy, sadness, even jealousy. I think I've been dealing with dead desires in a different way of understanding that I've been maybe letting go, maybe yeah, I've been letting go, mourning that I'm letting it go, but also like happy, you know, that I don't have to be with it anymore. I don't have to own it or claim it anymore. I don't have to want it anymore. And sometimes that's the hardest part. It's like you get comfortable knowing that you want something, even if you no longer want it. But I don't have to want it anymore. You know? I don't know if that's a lot of the same words to mean anything, but that's what I mean. But yeah, I've also been watching. First, I listened to Call Me by Your Name, and then I watched it, and then I watched Belladonna of Sadness, and then I thought I could watch Sandman, but it wasn't really that entertaining. And I have been watching YouTube and TikTok. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. My mom, thank you to my mom for giving me this phone tripod. If it's not straight, I apologize, but it's also so weird because I have a limited amount of time on my phone because of storage, so I don't know how long I can record for. But I wanted to say hello in any way, for however long I could. Anyway. I also realize that sometimes I breathe very loud. I don't know, I just do. But it's so funny because when I was sleeping with my in the same bed as my cousins, they were like, "You sleep like," or like when I was sleeping, they were like, "You sleep like you're dead." Like it's like you're just so quiet, and it's just so, I don't know, so different from what I've heard about my breathing before. But maybe I just know how to breathe when people are around. You ever think about that? Do you know how to breathe when people are around? I think Gray has been waiting for me to paint for at least today. I saw him chilling. It's like the head is going this way. And I don't know what to do about that. I don't know if there's anything I could do about that. Painting is one of my private practices, to be honest. It's obviously not that private right now, but clearly private enough to get to this point without you knowing. I want to be an actor. I feel like I understand how words work and how they play. And I feel like only actors get to say to play like that with words. Actors and authors. I also want to be an author. So maybe it's all the same. I don't know if I'm ready to write a book yet, to be honest. I don't think any 20-year-old is ready to write a book. I just thought of that, so I don't know. I really think, if you really think about it, it's like what life experiences. But I have a lot. I do have a lot I could write about, but surely not enough. I would usually listen to music, but I can't do that, and I don't mind the silence. My brother wants me to make these bags, and I understand. I get it. I know you want to see me be productive, but I don't know. I feel like fashion is so fleeting. It's like 1 minute you have the idea and you do it, and then the next minute it means nothing. It's just something that's done. And I understand that could be very, like, maybe cynical, or maybe cynical is not the word, but it just feels like this kind of game that others are constantly playing. And I can play too. I don't know if I'm there yet, or if it matters that I'm playing yet. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why would I waste all my energy playing a game where no one is even looking or like knows my name? Not to be like, obviously you have to establish a name for yourself, but like, there's a gajillion and one things I could possibly be doing before then, I feel. And before then, I will be doing all those gajillion and one things. Okay, we're at 18 minutes now. Let's see, let me move this back. Get a different perspective. I need the light. Put my cheetah thongs on. Shout out to my mom. I think sometimes I make my friends nervous. That was genuinely random, but I think it's true. I like that I make them nervous. Someone said that in my class, another classmate of mine said that I use colors in a way that they look like plastic, since I don't like mix them or anything. Something along those lines, probably misspeaking. But mixing colors can be really time consuming, and it's just annoying. It just is. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care if this is lavender blue or deep purple, I don't care. I just need a color that makes sense to what I want to see. Obviously mixing happens anyways. If you put red and blue together, your eyes is gonna want to see purple, I think. I don't know. But this is all I have energy for. This and reading. Okay, I can talk about what I've read. I've read a few things. I've read Find Me, because after I watched Call Me By Your Name, I got sad. Because who doesn't get sad after watching it? No, I got really sad. First of all, there's this, it's called commentary. And so I listened to the commentary version with Timothy Chalamet and Michael, I forget his last name. I'm even proud that I know his first name, to be honest. And it was just so beautiful to just listen to a movie and then hear people that were a part of the movie comment on what was happening within the movie. And I felt like that was much more inspiring to me than actually watching the movie. But I felt the need to watch it, and so I did. And it made me realize that that'd probably be the last time I'd actually watch the movie, if like I'm being honest. And and it probably will be the last time. And what are we gonna do about that? Nothing, to be honest. But I don't know. It made me think, and in thinking, hi. See what's going to come outside. And thinking, I was like, does it make sense? I feel like, I don't know if it makes. Maybe it does, I don't know. But in watching it, to finish what I was saying before I never say it again, I realized how much film influences my behavior when it comes to interacting with people and how I like to live certain things out because they just look so good. And so in further research, I realized that there was a sequel, at least for the book. And so I read it, and it's called Find Me. And it's not as good as the movie. And to be honest, maybe it wasn't even really needed. But I think for me, I needed it. I needed it. I think it kind of told me something about something that I probably already knew, but I don't know. It like kind of taught me that like you kind of already always know the ending of things just by the way that they end. And I guess with the way that the movie ended, you could already tell that there was something more sacred. And leaving it the way that it ended instead of making an actual book, like movie for, I don't know, continuation. But I Anyways, I read the book and it made me sad. It's like I feel like the yellow has to like either really take everything, because I feel like it was already naturally taking everything. And I'm like, I think I should do that. I think that might be fun to see what, you're not gonna see what that looks like, I'm sorry. But for myself, I'm like, why am I being so shy with this glove? Like, go and touch where it wants to. That's the beginning. And this is the end, honestly. I just wanted to do this because I wanted to not feel sad and depressed. And I wouldn't say I feel sad and depressed anymore. I feel like I'm coming out of my shell. And it feels good to be a snail. Be a snail. Don't even be a snake. Just be a snail. Just go at your own pace. Dime, Shime. But yeah, I don't know. Thank you for watching, for listening, for being here, for being my friend. Thank you. Support Black trans artists. Support Black artists. Support. Hopefully you can hear me, because I don't know how low I'm talking, but you know, this is what my voice can carry, so. I'm so handsome, it's ridiculous, it's ridiculous.